I guess just generally speaking, Taylor, how would you rate Ja's return to the court tonight?
Yeah, great. I mean, as we said before the game, wanted Ja to be full throttle. Thought he was doing that, just didn't get the ball to bounce his way or a couple, moves here and there. But then just started spraying the ball around. Great job moving it, 9 assists. And then obviously in the second half, I thought he did, a great job continuing to play full throttle. Finishes, shooting it with great confidence from the three-point line, getting to the free throw line a number of times throughout the game. Thought he played great. And then obviously he caps it off with that huge block at the end. I thought his defensive intensity was really good too.
Speaking of defensive intensity, how do you grade your defensive performance tonight?
Yeah, much improved. I think I said it before the game. We're still struggling, fouling too much, but game plan discipline was phenomenal. McCollum's a heck of a scorer. We try to make it as tough as possible. DB did a heck of a job. Our bigs did a phenomenal job. Trying to limit second chance points, but then we just got to keep them off the free throw line a little bit more. But overall, steals, block shots. We had so many cycles out there, defense to offense, especially in that third quarter. Our defense really fueled our offense. But overall, definitely a step in the better direction.
I think that was only the 12th game that Ja and Dillon have played together this year, and it looked like in the second quarter they really found a connection between the two of them. What did you think of their games together? Yeah,
I mean, I obviously, only 12 games, so far this year, but they've played a lot of games together. They've got really good chemistry, and they were actively talking to each other, not just offensively but defensively. I thought Ja was trying to get DB in good spots as well. DB did a good job playmaking as well when he did get the ball, from Ja. But those guys just, they've had great synergy, when they've been on the sidelines together. Obviously, when one guy's been, active, one guy's been active, they've just been in lockstep. I've seen it, behind closed doors. Those guys as leaders of the team have done a great job, and no surprise that they just kind of try to pick up where they left off in tonight's game.
Taylor, you guys have had a lot of astonishing moments this season. The 73-point game obviously comes to mind, but a 55-point quarter, I guess, what does that say about just when this team is going, just how explosive this team can be when everyone's just kind of contributing like that? Yeah, I mean, the phrase that we keep talking about is just everybody eats. I mean, you get 41 assists. You obviously need the shots to fall, but when you're playing with that rhythm, that just inherently creates confidence amongst all five guys out there. It becomes infectious. It doesn't matter when we sub guys; they just kind of pick up, where that first group left off. Just really proud of them. I mean, we're capable of scoring, in bunches for sure, but can we sustain that for 48 minutes? The activity that we had defensively tonight was great, but especially in that third quarter, the activity offensive with the ball movement, the pace, the force we were playing with. When we get that ball humming, everybody eats, and you can explode for, I don't know if we're going to get 55 every quarter, but you can really be efficient on the offensive end.
Experimenting probably isn't the right word, but with the lineups you were using, the rotation you went with, was this a test, if you will? You were trying some things out to make sure it looked the way you wanted for the playoffs? Yeah, I mean, I think for the most part, our bigs rotations have been the same. Obviously, we're, you asked before the game, just being conscious with Ja's, sub patterns a little bit. Wanted to make sure he got a pretty decent run. That's why he came back in the fourth quarter, to kind of build him up for when the playoffs kick off. And, but our wings, I think, we've used these lineups before, especially when Ja's been in the lineup, it's pretty close to what we're probably going to see in the playoffs as much as possible, to start at least. One more.
Taylor, just from what you saw today, what would be your assessment of where the team is going into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, I think, I'm going to look back on the recency. I mean, we obviously haven't been fully healthy over the last couple of weeks, but I think the spirit of the team's in a really good spot. The competitiveness every single night's, in a really good spot. Obviously, tonight was a step in the right direction. Really proud of the guys that said, let's go out and be better tonight, right? Let's put the last couple of games in the rear view. Let's go out there, whether we win or not, let's just play better. They came out and they were, engaged right from the beginning. They had the great edge, the unselfishness, the competitiveness. We're always going to have that. So hopefully, we got one more game and then we're going to have a little bit of break. We just can find ways to just keep that momentum, but never hesitate when I know this team's got the great competitiveness and spirit. That's what's going to carry us moving forward.
Hey, Taylor, 56 games, ties a franchise record. What does that mean to the organization and to this team? Yeah, I mean, it's obviously very special. I know a number of records have been set, organizationally this season, individually too. So proud of all the guys that have, broken records, but it's a team accomplishment, and I told the guys we've done a lot of special things so far. We got one more game and then hopefully a really long run after this. You've got to enjoy these moments for sure. Understand, what you've done together, but let's keep chipping away. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep, wanting more because that's fueled us to this point. But really proud of everyone's efforts, players especially, but also our staff. It's just a day in and day out, commitment. Everyone in this organization has done a hell of a job, and hopefully they get rewarded for it, and more work to do. Great, thanks, Eric.